All right, hello everyone. How we doing? I'm doing some building today again. It's I don't know. Has it been a couple of weeks? I think it's been a couple of weeks since I built the tree over there. Which it's kind of thin, but what can you do? Got to start somewhere. And I think it's all right. I think it's a pretty all right tree. I'm just gonna start scrolling through blocks. This is still 1 to 25.5, even though point 0.6 came out today, because I wanted to be able to play with replay mod on, and I don't really have that in 1.6 yet. So I want to do some stuff with the pale wood, the oak. Maybe make a creepy cabin. That would be fun. I think spruce would work well with that. Maybe spruce planks. Perhaps some spruce logs too, like the contrast between the light and the dark, right? So then maybe also some deep slate, question marks. Um, let's just grab some cobbled deep slate, some stairs. Sure. Let's do this. There. I'm just gonna actually, I should probably start my recording. That might be smart. Gotta make sure we don't get too close to the tree, because otherwise they're gonna start just encroaching on each other, that's just kind of bad in general. We start with removing the floor, because we're gonna replace it with deep slate. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, what to talk about while I place the floor, huh? Oh, right, maybe the fact that I'm streaming on a Tuesday. I'm usually don't stream on Tuesdays, but I decided to today because I didn't stream yesterday. And I didn't stream yesterday because I was tired. Which, that happens. So I was like, you know what, I'll stream the Tuesday instead. See what happens. Um Besides, it's not like on Wednesdays I have to set game, right? I have Subnautica. Um and um on Mondays I just kind of play whatever, and I just did finish Monument Valley 1 and 2, so I didn't really have a set game. So I was gonna go, let's just play Minecraft. It's been a while. I've also been neglecting my YouTube videos for Minecraft. Oops. So I might use this one. Uh-oh, what we about to build? Possibly a creepy cabin, depending on how well this goes. I'm gonna place in windows later, don't worry. It's not just gonna be flat wall. We're gonna start with some simple blocks. As in just like the entire game. What was I talking about? Monument Valley and stuff, and it's the game, yeah. Right. Basically, I didn't feel like starting a new game. I still have a bunch of games in my Steam library. Looks like the goblin will be going out today. Exactly. It's spooky time, even though it's mid-June. Am I, on principle, incredibly against things like celebrating Christmas in summer? Yes. Do I care for the creepy stuff? If it's a bit earlier? Also kind of yes, actually. But this isn't necessarily Halloween themed, it's creepy. And that's fine all year round. Anyway. I did want to say, by the way, while I'm still semi on the topic of games and stuff, that there is a Monument Valley 3 coming out soon, like the 22nd, so in like 5 days. So that's pretty cool, actually. It is pretty cool. And I might just have to immediately play it on stream, because Monument Valley is fun. Books. Gotta love the good old books. Maybe I want to push these in one. Because it'll look the same from the inside, but it just will give some more dimension. Guess we're breaking it all down again. That's fine. Trial and error. It's just a video game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Monument Valley 3. It looks cool. And I like puzzle games. So, we shall see what that one holds in store. That's going to be a bit of an issue with that thing. How am I going to do that? Like, I can't just leave the... actually, well, it'll probably be fine. The brain breaker again. Exactly. It's a fun way of breaking my brain. And I get to think. And do puzzles, and that's fun. Most times to see someone build, there's like a rule guide or something. Yeah, I'm just winging it today. Mostly because it's like just the books. The rule guide really helps when you're trying to very quickly box out, a composition, basically. It helps when you're trying to merge multiple boxes together. And in this case, I am literally just making a singular box to start with. I could break out the wool guide later, but that depends on if we're going to expand a lot on this little cabin. We might, because it makes the build a lot more interesting. I don't know that much about building in Minecraft. I've made multiple videos. I like building. I'm okay at it too, I think, in my opinion. But I never feel like I know a whole lot, especially if you're looking at people that make like building videos for a living, which I think is fair enough because I don't make building videos for a living or any type of Minecraft videos for a living. Long story short, I often don't know what I'm doing. That's what makes it fun. Sometimes. Boop. Boop. And now let's see if this color palette works. I should have probably built a test for this, but I probably if only I'd rolled it, right? Like this would work. Well, either like, yeah, exactly. You might have to break out this and then just make a second version in the pail. Because this is cool and all. But if we want to use this, we might not be able to use, like, this color combination doesn't quite, oops. I could make an actual palette real quick. With just walls and such, door, this stuff. Like, this works well together. I don't think that this works that well together. Does it? It's not necessarily the best. Maybe stairs and upside down stairs, some doors to give me depth. Yeah. But I'm more thinking about which door I'm going to use. Because I want to mess around with the Balog door. They are very creepy, but with the fact that I was like, maybe spruce for contrast. Turns out that these don't, I don't know. I don't know if I can make them work in this particular way. We can do stuff with this later. We'll just, plonk and bum, and then we'll figure out. I cannot believe I just clicked tab to open my inventory. That's Subnautica. Anyway, boop, boop, boop. Just so. No, that doesn't quite work either. I used to know a way. I now seem to no longer know a way. You can absolutely use it, but you can use more than just a door with that color. Yeah. Hold on, we're gonna do this later. We need to somewhat stick to a plan here. Once again, I clicked tab. Dang it. Ah. In the meantime, Subnautica has just like slightly revived my brain because I've been playing more Subnautica than I've been playing Minecraft. Okay, we just replace that there. We'll see how we make it work later. Window. Window sills. Oh wait, no, hold on. Like that, I guess we could do it, and then they're kind of closed. We do still need more, like, dimension in there. Just to connect these up too. We'll do the rest of the walls later. I'm gonna figure this out first. It also feels a bit flat, probably because it's just one block and there's literally no texturing and stuff like that. We're gonna get the same thing I had with the tree, which is just, it's all right. I can feel it. What if this? No, that's weird. Pulling it through is kind of weird. Hold on, what did I do to all the way over here? I like this build. I quite like this one. All right. That is just spruce. We could use dark oak maybe. I think those logs are darker. Oh, that was shift instead of control. Where's the dark oak? Maybe this works better with the. Yeah, sure. Sure. Mix it up. Mix up the trees. Let's see, and then let me just bye. Glass maybe? White stained glass. Doesn't really fit with the fact that I have trapdoors here, but you know, otherwise you literally cannot see outside. Could do how do I like that, and then no, we'd have to connect it to this thing. That doesn't really work. That thing. Those two, maybe. Messing around and finding out that's what this is. Hello. Those connect, that's not ideal. Nah. Breaking out my windows because I'm not happy with it. Whatever, we continue winging it until something works, I guess. There's times I'm very happy with what I've done. There's times when I'm just messing around and then I'm like, yeah, that works or that doesn't work. I'm sad I lost my last building world. I still have to see if I can recover it somehow. Because I really liked that one. Actually, I think it might have been. That might have been even older than the last crash, which means I really can't recover it. Which sucks, because I genuinely really liked a lot of the builds I had in there. I had two. One that I would build on just like whenever I was messing around, and one that I would actually build on for videos and such. And I wanted to show off the one that I was just messing around on at some point, but I never got to because my laptop decided to not be happy. And, you know, die, I guess. So that kind of sucked. I'm going to add lanterns. I don't care if that's early for decorating, but I need light. I require lighting. These are not able to be hung up there. Cool. Yikes. Yeah, yikes. I was really happy with that one too. Spent a couple of hours in it, like, consistently. Cool. Other hole, symmetrical. Loud, okay. Okay, wait, hold on. I can just... 3 windows. Because there's, you know, 2 here. I do like that concept, so I might just have... That's the wrong way around. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. It's an intriguing front of the house. What, this? With the shutters. And also, is that in a bad or a good way? Is that intriguing? But okay. Or is that's interesting in a good way? I don't know. Do you want light? Open the blinds. Risk the mobs coming in. Could do this all the way around and then You also don't have the weird edge there. You know, it just whoop. Looks like a wide-eyed fish showing its teeth with braces. Okay, wait, hold on. Uh-oh. Did we accidentally make a face? We accidentally made a face. Hello there, creature. Crazy. I'm keeping it though, probably. I could make it wider and have the door be like that. Also, I didn't have any of the stairs to the other doors, but I think they're better that way. Or the other things. I think this is too much stair. You know, that might be a bit too much. And if we're going around, we won't even see those. So only in the front. I should also probably at least move this. We're gonna remove it for now. Anyway, it does look like a face. I'm gonna ignore it though. It can stay. It's whatever. This one feels more like a 3 doors option. Also, if you just... It's technically safe. And like zombies can't come in if you do this, but anything smaller than that, it can literally just catch it if you have your door open. There is no safety in this way of doing it. I can't place anything there. No. Could do that as well. Because we go around on the bottom side. I was so confused where the music was coming from a second. Yeah, that's just Minecraft. I have it pretty loud. If you need me to turn it down, to say so. Or at least it's pretty loud to me. I don't know how loud I am. You're gonna get a weird little edge because I can't tab out of it. I can't tab out of Minecraft full screen without it crashing. There we go. Now I can see what I am, how loud I am compared to the music. It looks like the music is pretty loud. I don't know if that's a problem yet though. We also don't have a roof yet. We might have to... Oh, the music is louder than I am? Okay, let's... Oh yeah, that would explain it. I have not yet adjusted my settings for this at all. Did I mention I've been abandoning Minecraft, abandoning Minecraft too much? Because this is not... That's more like it. Now you can at least hear me whenever the music starts up again. It literally just stopped, but you know, oh well. Screaming face, insane. That broke the door. I wanted to open it. Thanks. There we go. Flat. Not ideal. We're just gonna grab the cobwebs. And also the slabs, because I need slabs. We'll figure that one out later. This feels excessive. Oh. Lantern in each corner. I know I turned down the music to like 50%, master to 80, but this is a bit extreme to just go silent. There's usually more sound than that. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job at building today. It's also not nearly big enough to properly decorate with cobwebs, because it's just going to look extremely obnoxious. You might have to expand. I have to tab again. Dang it. We'll just actually grab some of the wool. It's time to actually look out a hardest build now. I think I want to expand over here. Stop it. Yeah, so this one ends like right outside of that. I'm just gonna go a little bit further out the front. A little bit of asymmetry. Crazy concept, I know. And I do need something on the roof here. We could do a thing here. And then have a little bit of a roof. Like a roof space. Balcony. Balcony on the roof. I have an idea. The question is how well it will go, and also it might upgrade from a creepy cabin to a slightly creepy mansion-ish thing. Who knows what we shall do? And I guess we might as well build a garden like around this thing. Right? That's might as well. Where do we end up if we do this? Okay. So we do have to kind of cut it in there. Or I just move this over one block. Oh, that went too fast. Ooh. Well, garden might look a bit like a cemetery. This looks like a gravestone, which is purely a coincidence, but we'll keep it. It feels accurate for what we're trying to do. Also, maybe I should set the mood. There we go. Now we have accurate mood lighting. I see less, but not that much. So it really does not matter that much. That would have to be stairs. You could add a grave to the garden if it's meant to be creepy. Yeah, exactly. We can do that. We could definitely do that. We'll fill this in later, like in the end. But this can be slabs, I suppose. And then there. Nope. There we go. That's too long. Hold on. We need to start here. I'm going to just go up. Look. Is that perfectly calculated? It's perfectly calculated. Except for the fact that that also needs to go. Wait. How did I end up with a 2-block center? What? This is Off center. Why did that? What magic did I perform to get a 2-block center on my roof and a 3-block or a 1-block center down there? What kind of witchcraft? Whatever. It's fine. It works, I guess. And now we just gotta replicate it on the other side. The music is entirely gone still. I don't know why that is. No clue. Oh well. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. That's a 1-block center. It just looks like 2 blocks because of the fact that this is both half a slab basically up top. Like that's, I mean, that looks fine. That looks pretty cool in my opinion. That's good. That's fine. I'm good with that, actually. Well, actually, I don't know. Kind of want to make sure that I have this, and then we just fill in the rest, basically. I love making this up as I go. It is so much fun. And that's only half sarcastic. Incredible. Block, block. Look. If we do that, we can get something. Do the ring there, I guess, like that, and then I guess we kind of have to do it like this. Well, it's going to be a pillar of their wood, or the logs. Messing around and finding out. Let's go. Oh, I didn't do that one yet. That makes sense. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. So figure that out later. Yep, figure that out later. Upload over? Oh, over here. Upload over. And now we're gonna break this down because I want to make an entrance to the next room here. And then we can do this one in an arch rather than a normal door because open space. It also lets me be a little bit more creative with my doors than I'm currently being with the front door. That needs to go. I'd have to. But that's also whatever. Figure it out later. Once again, that's a problem for future me. we'll see future me, how future me deals with it. Future me is going to be me in less than an hour, but that's fine. How about we create a theme? Could also be doing this inside for consistency, but that might be a plan. Carrying these through. Let's see, that ends up like there. What if I do carry those through, like just like that? That kind of cuts into the space. Not like that really shrinks it all. Not quite preferred. 2 blocks to the side with this one because it's not symmetrical. I'm just gonna leave that like this for now. It's whatever. And to the garden, this we can keep the doors open-ish. That's like barely enough for me to walk through. Gotta go up one. And then like maybe a slab on there. Interesting design I've got here. It ain't the best, but that's what I get for messing around, I suppose. No real plan, just building. We'll figure something out. I'm sure it'll look at the very least fine in the end. Gotta not do that when these are there. The weird little ledge will be weird. Yup, that's how you English. Could do this because I don't think it really bothers each other. It does not. We're A-okay with this. That's cool. And you know, just cover that up, I suppose. You know what, we've got this. One. Develop. I think now is the time I gather things. Dark oak fences, because I want them to be dark oak, if that doesn't clash. Could also be picking deep slate fences. They kind of have to float if I want them to be like that. Just kind of, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Decided I'm not doing that. This is a very dangerous floor plan if I leave it open though. Let's see if this helped the general shape of the build. Well, I hate this part, unless I shove the other beam two in, no, like here. Yeah. It just looks kind of out of place otherwise. This looks better, I guess, because symmetry. Stuff like that. I could not have this being here. We're going to do the exact same thing here. Oh, that's good. Okay. And then we just place the roof like it's just a normal roof. Because that's what it is. A roof. Boop, boop. The attic is weird and also currently not reachable. We'll fix that later though. Totally. We keep placing stairs. More and more stairs. This feels pretty cool. We'll place a big window here. Or a fence like over here would also work. Maybe out one more. No, can't connect if it's out one more. Let me just do those. And then we just, I guess, I'm going to do slabs. Look better. You just gotta keep having some faith, you know, that it'll work out eventually. Fence gate, fence gate, fence gate. Oh my god. Ah. I'm just going to do the edges full blocks so I can hang up some lanterns in every corner. Oh, wait. Yeah. Let me just close those fence gates. That looks okay. I think that looks fine. There. And then I'm just going to grab some, I think white glass paints would work here. Shoot. Whoop, whoop. I guess that works. Oh, hey, there's the music again. I have some faith in this. Do you? Might not be the best build I've ever done, but oh well, you know, that's fine. There and then there. And then cut over my matches here. There, I guess. This little corner's kind of whatever. That's fine. It's fine. And then we just continue that one too, and we also have a weird little corner in there, I guess. Bam. Okay, we gotta fill that in so I can properly do lanterns. I like lanterns a lot. Yeah. And there we go. We definitely got to make use of the firefly bushes too. I don't like that they're just standing around. I do like placing them here. I think this is kind of what it is. It's still a pretty big block of just block. Might be a problem. And this side is entirely uncovered. Thought I heard something, but I think it's just the bushes. This side definitely needs improvement. This one's okay, I guess. What if we mix them in together? That feels like it's safer. Like, you have a zone out building a factory. I look back and there's a house there. There's a house. Cobweb. Yeah, I added them a bit ago. Really quickly. But anyway, what do you think of the House of Vinsel now? I'm just messing around. It might be a bit too much variation here. I might have to make this one a little bit more plain. There's a lot happening on top here, and this does not really matter that much. More cobweb will come later, though. I need to focus on the shell first. The outside. Just look at this, so much shape. It looks good, maybe some planters and some red green stuff. Yeah. Still need to make the garden and such. Good work, good work. There definitely needs to be some lanterns inside. I also want to place some plants here, so we're just gonna have to do a big table. Fill all those corners. Feels a bit excessive. There and one there. It could be greenery time. We can make it greenery time. Right after we finish this. Which means making a very quick wall. Yes. Nope. I should probably stop the recording, start a new one. Because if it gets too long, the recording just kind of doesn't work, which is an issue I've had in the past. I think. At least I think that was the issue. Shorter recordings have fixed it, so now I just pause it around the 1 or stop it around the 1 hour mark and then continue later. If it works, it works, you know. Oh, well, that's an interesting one. That's not what I wanted. Should probably replace this with dirt. Dirt. Wool. And now we just go and grab the planters. Cobweb. Metro blocks. Let's see, what are we could try and use some pillow leaves. Get it in there. Use some dead bushes, and also I want to use, also do some normal bushes, but I'm mostly looking for the firefly ones. There we are. Leaf litter, definitely, if we want to make it look lightly haunted. Hanging roots. And then you should probably get hooks. Let's see what these look like first. Oh. We're not doing that. Bye-bye. Nuh-uh. We don't do that. Oh, that's not the W button. Could litter these in kind of with the dead stuff. I really like these. Dang it, hold on. You know what, fine. Trying to get them to lie there. Oh my gosh. Leaf litter. Will the dead bushes look too weird? Probably. They're a bit too brown, maybe. We'll put them in the inventory for now and grab the hanging roots, because I feel like the hanging roots might add a bit to the shed. Just kind of adds me in my house. I'm sure that's a great thing you want to see when you walk into someone's shed. Just, oh, there's roots coming from the ceiling. What's above the ceiling? Oh, that, the balcony. Don't worry about it. There. I want to put some pots, put some plants in there. Those don't get placed. Okay. Bell oak doesn't really fit the garden though, because it's still a fairly like green, earthy tones stuff, and the paleness is kind of just an accent color at this point. Which means I should probably up it a little bit, I suppose. Can't place these anywhere because I'm making use of way too many stairs and slabs. Oh my gosh. It's an infestation. There's roots hanging from the ceiling. Boop, boop. We can probably pick up some composters though. And then there one and there one. And we just oh, that might be too close to it. Should probably make a path or something here, because paths are fun, and then place them along there. Oh. And then we can make the path from gravel. I feel like it's going a bit better now that I'm just decorating, but that's also definitely part of personal preference. So firefly bushes. Now to the spookiness. Just a little bit, you know? Oh. Well, that works lately. Oh, right, it's on top of it. Sure. Sure. It will work. It'll be fine. Don't want those directly under each other. Alignment would be weird. Alignment would be kind of weird. I do pollinate these for this. And the other saplings, where is it? Natural blocks that are creepy enough with wither rose. Actually, open eye blossoms are pretty cool. Zoom down again. Closed eye blossoms, yeah, they do that on their own, though. And I guess wither roses. We can plant some wither roses in our home. That's fine, right? Surely that won't hurt anyone. I like the idea of the tree being in here more. Oh, whatever. I don't think I'll be using another one of those pots. I'm just going to place that there real quick. There. Yeah, that's good, I guess. We can place stuff outside here too. These can go against the wall. We could also use some dead coral. Those are also some good grays. Stone. Up, up, up. Boop, 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 boop. Coral. Grab some of the dead stuff. Trying to work in some of those gray tones now. Sure. Let me just add some in the floor here first. Sure is an interesting pathway to your house. Dead coral. Kinda sad. Just add that there and okay. Beautiful bath. And then that doesn't really work. These can be on the wall. So we can just kind of make that worse. As well as grab more dead coral. I'll just throw these out real quick. Have enough of those. Inventory's full, it's fine. This is fine. Coral with coral. Fire fan, bubble, fire, and 2 coral. Oh, these ones are just the floor. All of okay, these are also on the walls. Are these the same ones? Did I grab the same one twice? No, that's 4. Cornhole fan throws his fire pole thing. Crazy. That's too close to the roots. There we go. With the hanging roots, sorry. Might be a bit extreme to walk into this. I might just have placed a bit too much random stuff around. Hold on. Let's clean this up a little bit, actually. We can remove a bit of cobweb. Place a bit of that there. The thing about the cobweb is that it's so pure white. It doesn't really, I don't know, doesn't really match, but also this one feels empty. Balancing this is difficult, in my opinion. Also, my foot fell asleep. Oh no. Now I gotta go wake it up. Corner, nope. Corner. Come on. There we go, that works. Hold on, let me go wake up my foot. Wake up. Gotta move it out. Okay. Maybe put bookshelves and other little things? Yeah, probably. I'm focusing too much on like one part of the entire thing, as if the rest doesn't exist, which is really bad on my part. Oh my gosh, where do I start? There we go. Some leaf litter also, I think, helps with adding a little bit more of the dead vibes, because I have too many alive vibes at the moment. I do think we need to make a gravestone here still. Just a small one, just a small one. Just a small one. We can do some dirt, some rooted dirt. Some rooted dirt. There we go. That's a grave. And we don't have enough furniture. You are entirely correct. So we're gonna go and remove all this wool from the inventory now. Stone, bush, plants. Can all kind of leave. It's fine. And then we grab the cauldron, we grab the chains, because for some reason I don't have those anywhere here yet. We have a blue soul campfire, because I'm using soul lanterns. Fens to hold up the cauldron. I'm gonna do that from nether brick, I guess. Nether brick fence would probably work. Middle of the living room. There we go. Definitely where you want your cauldron. No, I love being correct. It means someone else is wrong, but also them. I mean, I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't thought about it yet. But also, fair enough. If I put these in here... How do chains connect to this? Chains connect pretty well to this, so I'm gonna make it one wider. Actually, I think I may have to remove some stuff. Or I could place it on the top of my roof, but that would be slightly insane. Or I just make the garden bigger. But also I like the fact that it's kind of a gravestone. Inside fireplace it is. Pretty sure fire spread, but no, actually it's a... What am I worried about? It's a campfire. Those fires literally do not spread. 1, 2, 3, go, go. Chain doesn't quite connect, which is annoying. What if I grab walls instead? Do they connect to chains? And I could get another brick. Again. They do not. But they look like a more stable base for the fences. And we might want to make a chimney at that point. Even though this quite literally just moves on into the attic. We can be a slightly messed up house, that's fine. We just grab a brick wall. The deep slate. Blackstone's even darker. Blackstone will work. And I guess fence doesn't really have that, does it? Because this is quite big. Like that's too big, really. Could do that. Add a slab. Thing is that the smoke doesn't come through there, which is annoying. Because I kind of need it to be like that at that point. Which is frankly insane, because then I have a hole in my roof. So we gotta fix this up. It doesn't go much further than that. Okay, cool. How fun. Slab. Just forced blackstone, where is it? Forced deep slate. Blackstone. Whoop. That doesn't look good. Goodbye. Okay, wait, let's see if the full effect of this house works. I've got a little bit of a creepy feeling, I suppose. And walk in. Oh, that's where all the smoke is stuck. I suppose that makes sense. Could block it there as well, but I don't really want to do that. What happens if that also blocks it? Dang. Just have a full. That's not what I want. But I do need the smoke to kind of leave. It's gonna block a little, I'm pretty sure. So what if I place a random fence just for test reasons? Doesn't go through this either. Or they just suffer. That's fine. I cannot get out without opening my fence. There it is. How fun. Also, there's an entire space up there. I literally cannot reach it because I have not built stairs yet. We'll do that in a minute. We've got the definitely fire hazard and also just generally bad building design of cauldron without any type of airflow in the living room. Then we've got this, which is a tiny little shed with a ton of plants. The grave, which I really need to make a little bit cooler, because right now it's just a bunch of walls. And a bit of plant life, I suppose. Push. Push. Could place some dead bushes. But does this work? I think it is fine. It is not the best or anything, but what do you expect? Not much today. Generally, just messing around, as I've mentioned like 15,000 times already. I should shut up a little bit. We need to make a staircase. The rest is fine. Pick by blocks that I don't need anymore. Randomly deleting a bunch of blocks. Let's just clear down. Clean slate. I think a ladder would work best here, both because of space and also because of the fact that I don't feel like building a ton of stuff. We're gonna remove it at the bottom though. Oh, well, that's the wrong place to place the ladder. There. This would be the right place, yeah. Boop, 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 boop. And then we can grab a... There we go. Why not use a store stair for the grave with an item from school motion and then to the dirt. Yeah, I'm gonna very quickly finish this first, and then we can work on the grave some more. And just there, because then I can go back up and down fairly easily, and it's not extremely hideous. I don't think. We do have to climb right past the cold web, but you know, whatever. The grave. Let's see. I'm guessing, yeah, stone stair makes more sense than store stair. I think I used blackstone for these, didn't I? No, deep slate. We can use blackstone for them though. Darker, cooler, all that stuff. Ooh, candles. Oh, I need to add candles. I forgot about the existence of candles for a second. Skeleton skull. See, that's darker. And then like that. Nope. Ah. Goodbye, wall. Slightly tilted, I guess. Just a single stair. Like that. Yeah, I guess. I suppose. Facing the stairs, we're going to reduce the width to 1. What? I think you're talking stuff with, oh, you meant like this. Yeah. It takes a while before these go through, so. Yeah. Guess that works. I've seen fancier graves, but we don't have the time, you know. Hello, sir. How are you enjoying your staying ground? Oh, actually, we also have hanging signs. I just realized. Definitely should be using those around here. Just like there. That's really whatever. I don't know what I want to say on it, but yeah. Yeah, for some reason, I have a delay of 10 seconds. Well, the thing is, there's also just a general delay of when you show up between on my OBS and on stream itself, and there's the stream delay of me streaming it to you. So, there's a bunch of delays in between things. Um, there's a little bit of a delay between showing up in OBS and on stream itself because I can very quickly filter through messages, or at least, if I'm already looking, I can catch messages that aren't supposed to come through still, such as advertisements by bots, stuff like that. I can then catch those before they go on. So there's a bunch of factors. Oh, I jumped in the cobweb. There's a bunch of things factoring in here with the amount of delay. It is not just your provider. Light some candles for the dead. Lantern. And maybe I need to add a painting at some point somewhere. Whoop. Whoop. Actually, I think the outside might already be bright enough. This is fine. Are these directional blocks? I don't think they are. I just prefer it when there's 3 of them. I could remove these for, walkability, I guess. But, The cauldron's only lightly in the way of the rest of the build. Only lately, though. Because I didn't think about the fact that I might need furniture and just move placed windows all around. This doesn't quite fit out there. I would like to place a hanging sign somewhere. Maybe like, okay, well, not exactly like that. Maybe more like this. Just as a decoration thing. That gets too busy. Maybe in the front it's better because of the fact that I just. I'll allow that one. Hold on. There you go. Please don't crash. I forgot to tab out. It didn't crash. It got fixed. Oh. For a while I had that my Minecraft would just crash when I tabbed out in full screen, and that's not the case right now, so I'm very glad that it didn't. Very glad that it didn't. There's 2 empty signs on the side, you know how it is. What do we think, though? I might have to. I kind of want to remove these. These are a bit big to have in front right now. We still have an attic to decorate, but lucky you. Exactly, lucky me, because oh my god. I mean, this saves maybe itself every once in a while, right? It's quite decent. Yeah, exactly. It's quite decent. I feel like the spruce wood might be a bit much. Might have to texture this, like the spruce, yeah. There's a ton of spruce stairs that are in here. Might have to fix them. Like texture a little bit, maybe campfire setting backyard. I mean, we already have this guy, but where do you want to place more fire? I guess I could free up some space with this. Um, if I even that out. Oh, right, this isn't an even center thing. If I even that out, this looks like I'm now sacrificing things. It's great. No, I think that the did make us feel more lively, didn't it? I think this is a thing. I think I might need some texturing in the floor here as well. Like this is all just normal grass. I kind of want to swap some out, get the floor to be some interesting stuff. But I also need to do this. I feel like I at least need some barrels, you know, proper storage, aka actual living stuff. Perhaps. Are there any more? Hold on. Do I have any more space for proper pictures? Hello, please, please, please. Hold on, is this a singular? Oh, this is a very specific painting. That would explain why I wasn't good. What was that? I wasn't paying attention. That's creepy. Oh, that's breaking a block. It's fine. Oh, that's a classic one. Okay, now it's just giving me hold up. I need to shorten this in a bit. Can't have it going everywhere. Not sure if I'm happy with the fact that it's like right on that edge. And also I want something cool. Could do this. Could do this. Like there is only so many. Oh. There's only so many paintings. I am no longer getting the one that I thought was interesting. Where's my skull? No. Not again. I keep doing this. Ooh, come on. There it is. 50 skull. And then, like, root maybe above that. Gotta keep it balanced. Painting. Oh, whoa. Oh, those are long. What is that? I have not seen all the, like, newer paintings. Some of these are crazy. Let's say, oh. Oh, those are just slabs. There we go. Cool stuff. I would like simply this as a maximum. Well, that's not gonna work now, is it? Never mind, we'll just... Oh, I might need to fill that in. Leave some space. You know, just thinking. No. No. There we go. It's also so much of one color. I hate it. I hate how it's so much of one color. could technically finish it off like that, but that's just weird. What if I do that and then do that? Just an absolute hoarder of an attic. Yeah, like you just, you know, storage space upon storage space. Or sorry, the other way around. There. That's it there, and then we just singular barrel and some chests. Bookshelf. I keep forgetting about bookshelves, which is ridiculous because I love them. They are absolutely amazing, especially with the chiseled ones now. Everything a witch would need. Shh. Hush, hush. That, and then we'll send chiseled ones in there, and then double chest. That's not centered at all. Boop, boop. Could also do this. And light it. No, and light it on fire. Very safe thing to do. And then I just need some cobwebs to place in the corners here. Because we do like having them. If only I had more space for cobwebs. Like, this is too rough. I can, however, rank some more of these guys and add them up here as well, because these are all good. Maybe not on those are already busy enough. I think I'm gonna leave Squirrel out of here. There we go, that's a bit better. That's a bit more decorated. Let me just shove all of that in my inventory. And I'm gonna check if I actually like the painting there, because it's fairly busy already. Feels very random, I'm removing it. Although this wall is fairly empty now, so we're just gonna make that a proper corner. And place... We can place a brewing stand on there, actually. Breeze rod. Those look cool. Anyway. Oh. Classic item. Does feel slightly out of place. And then just going that. I moved it very specifically, so I could have that there. That's kind of... I don't know. Maybe upstairs? There. We did have an empty space there. What do we think of my maybe crammed? Like, it might be a little bit over. A little bit overdone. Singular fan. Move that coil from there. Place those three. Flint and steel. Set fire to it. Those are enough. Especially if I place some more candles. I had a little goblin helper. What do you mean a little goblin helper? Just grab a random spawning? No. What's that? Oh, it's a trial spawner. These spawn eggs are adorable, by the way. We can do an armor stand, but those aren't small unless you like mod them. What I can do is terraform a bit of this. Like I have any experience with that, but that's another point. We need some dirt, coarse dirt, rooted dirt. Pods on my ceiling are always fun, but I don't know if I want to use them right now. I wish I had a different grass thing. The moss is so, I don't know. Moss is cool, but also, no, like one of the bomb thrower guys will carve the what? Bomb thrower guys. I press escape instead of, but, okay. Um, let me think if any of these are, if any of these do that, like I don't think, um, I don't think any of these do that, do they? Unless there's like really a guy that I don't know anything about. Could very much be that I've just missed a guy, but also I don't think I've missed a guy. Uh, I feel like you're pranking me. I feel like you're pranking me. 3 blocks up, delete bottom two, place a grindstone on the floor and against the lower side with floating block. Then, okay, hold on, fine. I don't think you're talking about an actual mob. That might be the thing. Grab a. She's actually wait. Where's the lodestones? Lodestones look cool. Um, head, skull. Could do one of those, but we start with this first. Hold on. Neat. Place grindstone on the floor and against the lower side of the floating block. Then add a head to the whole block. Head in front. Okay. We'll just grab like a butter skull. I guess I don't know. That's. I guess. I guess. Hold on. We can give him some arms. Some nether brick arms. That's 2 blocks up. Okay, fair enough. I'll build up one more block. Then I move the bottom too, and then we do that. On the floor and against. Okay, wait, you meant. Right. And then they're carrying this. And then we just place this guy up there. I did not follow instructions. It will make sense that my stuff is wrong. I remember. See, you did in fact not follow instructions. Instructions unclear. Made weird little robot guy with a very hunchback. I mean, this guy also has a very hunchback. I remember these guys. I've seen them before. Hello, friend. You're a little bit silly. That's okay though. We love a little bit silly. I'm gonna go texture my floor now. Hope you don't mind. Little Goblin did. Yeah, Little Goblin did. That's fair. Fair enough. I don't want to make this within T. That's why they're bother, guys. Okay, fair, fair. In the beginning, I thought you were talking about an actual moment. It's like, what in the world did I miss? You know? Because, oh, oops, not what I meant to do. Also, not quite what I meant to do. There we go. And sadly, this does make our garden look a little bit more alive, but you know, what can you do when there's only so many grass variants? I feel like I might want to add this guy to the top because this garden is fairly crowded, and so is the underside. Boop, 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 boop. He's just on my roof now. Little guy on the roof, having a great time. Look at that, some of these things here. There, no, where the it stands for these two to connect. Come on, come. Okay, you know what? Good enough. There we go. Dang it. Oh, whatever. And then, there we go. Some leaves. Roof flat. Exactly, roof flat. Roof flat. Quick show around of what it looks like now, I guess. I wanna re-add stuff to the front of the build. Just a little bit more further, I think. I think I had them too close to the door still last time. No, they distract. Never mind. They distract from the house. It's annoying. Slash clear, not clean. Clean is my inventory now. Let's see. But yeah, we've got this now. Let's see what could still use. We could add a special thing on the roof, but I think we're good now. This is a building that we have made together, basically. What is the opinion? These three in the line are weird. That's my opinion. And you know what? No, there we go. There we go. A little bit better. There is just a lad on the roof. It's crazy. Time said midnight. In the darkness he chills. The roof lad, bringing me lodestone. I always know where he is if I have a compost. Plant plot with dead bush is a must. I already have some plant pots in here. I can just okay, it's not what I wanted to copy. Oh my gosh. bolts there, and that one was there. Actually, we can add it here because I didn't have anything in here yet. A dead bush. This feels so, I don't know. All of the other plants are like visually very interesting, and they're like what some of the newer ones, and a wither rose, right? This is just a branch. This is quite literally just a branch. It's crazy. Also, stretch. Remember to stretch. I'm also going to stop recording for a bit. Unless I start adding new stuff, then I gotta click start recording again. The front of the house might still be a bit under detailed with the with this edge, but it might become overwhelming with the fact that you can also just see through the window and there's stuff going on. Anyway, now that I've added a single dead plot with a dead bush, what do you think? This entire space. Along with this. And the guy. The garden. Hello, welcome. How are you? I'm good. We're kind of looking through the build now, seeing if we want to add anything else. I've just been going out and we've been winging it the entire time. So we're looking around, seeing if we're happy. But I'm good. How are you? Breathe. Tour time. Exactly. It's tour time. That's already what we were doing, basically. Except now there's actually someone that hasn't seen anything yet, presumably. These things have definitely grown in the time that I was building. I did, in fact, not stop anything from going. I'm perfectly fine. Suppose that's good. It's at the very least on the positive side. Get coal road. Then we go in here and we have an absolute fire hazard of a cauldron brewing space. That's this is the living room with the one thing being a cauldron with open fire and no way of airflow for the smoke. This house is totally not going to burn down. Your streaming is very interesting. What do you say? Just because of the way I do it, or the guy? Oh, that's other side. There we go. Now they open the same side. Hello, sir. How are you? This is like the main storage part. In the meantime, I'm just slightly continuing the tour. We've got a bunch of dead roots growing out of the roof. No one knows why. Now we've got like a shed, the plants space with the cool flowers and stuff. And then we've got the garden. Which other platforms do you stream on? I only stream on Twitch, and then I make YouTube videos, kind of Minecraft videos, every once in a while. That's a lot less consistent than my streaming is, though. I have once again not uploaded in a month or so, while I stream about 2 times a week, depending on the week. I aim for two or three. But sometimes something comes in, through life because this is not my job. Hmm. I think I might be the happiest with the garden, by the way. Like, I think this turned out pretty well. I like the atmosphere. I think I have some more work to do on my house skills, especially with just wood. I like um I like this one with the stone because I could do a bunch of texturing. Thank you. I don't know why it's that good, but I think I'm just gonna say thanks and move on. Um, Appreciate the compliment, I suppose. Hmm. I'll refer to hang lanterns here. Replace lanterns here. There we go. And here is also very dark. How am I gonna fix that? Could ignore it because nothing really is going on here. I mean, the windows, but still, it's fairly dark. I don't know if that's too flat, maybe. Hmm. I'm gonna very quickly take a sip of water. It's been a while since I had a sip of water. Let this also be a reminder that you should drink water. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so I just dropped my bottle of water. Um, it's fine. It didn't get on anything. It's just on my floor now, and I'm gonna have to go and clean that up later. Ah, no. I make all my overlays and stuff myself. I make my VTuber myself. I like doing it on my own. And if I really want something done, I have some friends that I would commission. First of all, I think. So, as much as I respect the hustle, I'm not gonna buy anything from you at this time. Sorry. I'm moving. Also, just the water didn't really get on anything except my floor, so it should be fine. I'm just gonna leave it there until stream's done and clean it up. Um, can't really go anywhere at the moment. Like the water can't go anywhere. I can definitely go places. But anyway, you yeah. Good luck though. Respect the hustle. There we go. Um, Anyway, moving on. um, I think the way either I've gotten used to it or it works better now. Who knows? I feel like the front could use some more blending in, but house looking good. Yeah, maybe I've looked at it for too long. That's also a thing. You know, when you look at something for way too long and then just things you start focusing on the wrong like on a bunch of details that actually look fine, but they look weird because you've been looking at them too long. It's like that with art, and it's like this with builds and whatever. Anything visual, really. It's always fun. It's also why I remember my tree looking worse, I guess, and the top's still interesting. I should probably make that different at some point, or we leave it as a learning moment, because I'm not wanting to continue that. But it looks fine. It's a very thin tree, so it's impressive that it stands with that much leaf, but you know. And if the market, which is fine. It really works better in an environment, but I'm quite happy with all the banners I made for it. This is now just a tour of the entire building world, because I don't feel like stopping stream yet, and I don't know how to continue. Or what to build next, basically. Oh, look, sunset, or sunrise, sunset, either one. Also quite like this one. The banners are probably one of the favorite parts of that build for me. And the fountain. I feel like the entire build works a bit better if you have more, if you let it take up more space and also have an environment around it that makes sense for a market, because this is just kind of encased by a fence. And then we have this thing, which is just a tower. You need to watch the video to get the full context and also different versions that I made for it. Shameless plug on me for my YouTube channel. Go check it out. But yeah, big build, basically. Basically, big build with lots of stair. More barrels. Never a lack of storage space with this one. Is this the space where I would fly in? Yeah, I guess this is the space where you can fly in with the elytra. Oh, this is how I did my chimney here. Huh. Well, that block was meant to be full. Thanks. Oh, that's the wrong button. Fixed it. Something was not quite right, and we fixed it. And then we have this one, which is actually still quite like. There's like I remade this in a different world afterwards because I wasn't quite happy with the shape, and I spent way too long on it to break it back down. We leave this one, which is to me a fairly good build. Especially because of the texturing on the wall. And I just enjoyed it, and it's cozy. Some actually good designs, yeah, because I thought about them beforehand. This one in particular. I can build, I just wing it sometimes, and then you get stuff like this. Which is okay, but maybe not the best work. Perhaps not the best work. just because I don't know if I have any more building juice left today, I could also hop on over to the redstone world and show you all of those. Which that one's a bit fuller because I rebuilt everything I lost the first time. I lost all my worlds because I went through all of my YouTube videos and rebuilt them to a certain extent. That took like a day, mostly because it's like I don't have to test anything. I just have to copy and paste from what I see from the video or what I saw from the video. You feeling up for a tour of the redstone world? Waiting on a response with the 5 layers of delays, of course. Always fun. Always fun, you know. I love the firefly bushes. Give it to me. You got it. First though, I love the firefly bushes. So much effect. Amazing. I'm gonna say, oh, be right back. Finally get to use this screen. Oh my god. Meanwhile, all of my replays have to save, stuff like that. And then we go into the redstone world. Okay. Zoom. You'll see it in a second. It's not that big in the end. It's fine though. I really want to make a new redstone video. If we go back all the way to the beginning, my first redstone build from ages ago. And then I got to update all the signs. This is the useless books version 1. I don't know if you know what the useless box is. Actually, I already have it. I don't know if you know what the useless box is, but it is a mechanism that when you press when you flick the lever on it, a robot comes out of the box, flicks it back in, goes back down into the box, and it just kind of keeps going. It's the only thing that the lever does. So I made that, and that's like this one it pops out of the wall. So I was like, okay, pretty, all right, quite nice. And then I went, you know what? I want to remake that. So I remade it, and this one has less hidden stuff, I guess. You can build a box around it technically, and then and this one's a bit slower, which is also, I guess, matches also kind of matches the pace of the original useless box. And this is a sticky piston purely because the other one is a sticky piston. But if you were to, stick some actual design around it, you'd probably get it. You also need it to be sticky. There we go. So this is the first thing I actually designed myself. And thought about it more specifically. I now have 13 redstone torches. I do not need 13 redstone torches. Then I messed around with some light systems, so having them flick on and off in different ways. This one was basically just a spotlight. I wanted them to stay on. And there's videos about literally every single one of these. Because, as I said, I followed my own videos. Will they stay on? And in those videos, you can actually see the original builds, because these are all rebuilt, and I skipped a version or two sometimes. Because of the fact that they just didn't work, or whatever. I do feel like rebuilding literally everything. Because most of these have like 5 versions or so, except for the useless boxes. This is 4, and I've left out the one that I couldn't figure out myself, so like, ow. But it's like whoa, door. And then I tried with a lectern. Okay, that's way too Way too quick still. Ow. Maybe we need to put a bit more delay on that. Can I put a bit more delay on that? I can put a bit more delay. There we go. Barely. And this one I had to follow a tutorial for because what in the world, you know? But then you actually have, you know, a cool door. Cool door. Zoomies. Then I messed around with some target blocks. I don't have a bow and arrow at the moment. I have an inventory at the moment. Only a ton of anvils. But basically I wanted to design a game so where, depending on where you hit the target, it would end up, like your prizes would end up in the chest. Oh, whatever, I can grab a bow. I'm literally ingraded. Quite literally does not matter. So I know if you hit the entire outside, you'd get only the first one. And then if you hit slightly more inside, you could get 3. And then if you hit the exact middle, not quite the middle there, huh? If you hit the exact middle, everything would go on, you'd win all of them. Bam. Epic stuff. I'm not sure if it's still entirely foolproof, but it's foolproof enough that I didn't find any issues while testing. Then we have, you know, flying machines. Oh, maybe I should stand on this line, perhaps. Yeah, maybe I should stand on the thing that we need to walk with those, and it bothers me. So I made them this way. And also that way you could have the observer's theory go around with you. And that was a bit easier. Blah, blah, blah. And then I wanted a proper bridge. So I made a proper bridge. Ow. Hi, please come back. Thanks. It goes back. Oh my god. Ow. As you can see, not the best in terms of safety. So I made one out of based on this. I forgot that one goes down in order to hopefully do stuff. This one pulls you with because it's made of honey instead. Bam. Oh, that I stood on a block that couldn't move with, which is the only unclear thing about this one. If you couldn't tell, this is all like relatively beginner redstone, I think. Like I'm talking flying machines that are really simple. Because that's what I do. I make little tutorials that explain the simpler things with these. Because I also don't understand them, and it gives me a chance to understand them and how they work. So this was, you know, how do these things work? Comparators. Found out this is why they're called comparators. They actually compare things. And then I made a little storage shadow out of it. And then we had sorting systems. Does this one still work? And then just grab a bunch of these and then shove them in there, and we'll just shove a bunch of arrows in there too. So that's everything up until now. I'm thinking about messing around with some skulk sensors next, because what are calibrated skulk sensors? So words difficult. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's my little ramble. My very quick, speedy explanation of my entire redstone world up until now. Working on it, though. Working on it. I didn't shove any of those in there. Those are also done. There we go. It still works. I'm very glad that it still works because I've made a sorting system a couple of years ago. I made a running system I had no clue how it worked, based on a tutorial, and it just kept breaking. Although that might be because chunks were unloading or something. Either way, it kept breaking, and that was sad because I had to keep going back and repairing it. Repair it. I can English. Anyway, so yeah. Redstone World, the just kind of learning how to do both the redstone and building, I suppose. I'm not really that good at either of them, but I'm okay at both. Okay-ish. Correction. Learning. Gotta love the learning part. um, mm, I don't remember if I had a shortcut for the close-up. I'm gonna go into close-up mode because I have nothing else to show. That was all. I really need to replace this background at some point. I really should. Also, boo. I am closer up now. Oh no. Oh no, I am closer. I am basically done because I have nothing else to show. For now. For now, I have nothing else to show. Maybe someday I'll have more. If I ever actually work on videos. I really gotta pay more attention when tired. Oh, dude, just relax. You don't have to pay attention. I get to talk about it, and if I don't get a response, then I'll just assume that can only mean make more. Yeah, exactly. I gotta have more to show, and also learn more so I can make more, and that way it's a cycle, and that's fun. This is a fun cycle. Um, but yeah. Did you catch anything at all from when I was speeding through the entire explanation, or were you just chilling, zoned out? Also, both are fine, by the way. I get it. It's getting later and later. Yes. Okay. I'm glad. Oh, absolutely, it's making me question you. You're really laying it on thick now. Mm-hmm. Sure. I really love this delay. Yeah, I'm just kind of silent when I'm just chatting with y'all. Might have to see if there's any kind of work copy and works for this. I genuinely don't know if it's just you or if it's Twitch delay. It's genuinely could be a bunch of things. Might be just you. Might be more than that. Who knows? I just stared at my screen for 30 seconds waiting for my sister to appear. Ah, see, that is a you thing, I think. If you send it in chat and it doesn't send for 30 seconds, that's a you thing. If it just waits for the screen, then it might be the bunch of delays that Twitch has. And also OBS and also Streamlabs. Because yes, always fun. And now I'm guessing if you send anything, it's going to take another 30 seconds. So I just got to keep yapping. Just got to keep talking. It's fully using the stream delay. Other things do. Uh-huh. Then it is definitely a thing. Yeah. That's oh man. Mhm. You could just I can like I'm guessing that you're fairly confused then at that point. It's like, wait, why are they laughing? And then it shows, yeah, that oof, oof, oof. Generally, generally just an oof means. Um, this does mean that I don't have to go through all of my settings to see if I can lower the delay though. So that's probably a good thing on my part. Kind of sad on your part though. Sad. Is sad the right word? Sad doesn't feel like the right word. With the delay set, I do think I'm going to go sleepy then. Fair enough. Oh yeah, that might be a good thing to end on the right foot. And also, it's nearly stream done time anyway. I'm gonna end it off here too, because it's end of stream time, and also I have we did the entire build. We did the entire build, and I did the entire show rounds. So all of that is done. I have nothing else more for the stream, and I won't see you on Wednesday because you said you weren't going to be there. I will be here on Wednesday though with Subnautica. Hopefully, I should be. Wednesday's tomorrow. Streaming kind of made it feel like it was Monday. Whoops. Tomorrow I will see people, hopefully, during Subnautica. So, uh, thank y'all for being here. If you're just chatting or lurking, I appreciate you. Hopefully, see you next time. Dentist. Yeah, fair enough. It's got to happen though. It's got to happen. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, thank y'all for being here. Hopefully, see you next time. All that good stuff. Bye bye.